Me, the intern, patiently waiting for @Gemini to list XRP. I want some.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that intro was inspired from a post that was on X in the last 24 hours from Gemini. Gemini is a smaller than Coinbase exchange valued at about $7 billion, and as an American-based exchange founded in 2014 by the Winklevoss twins, it operates in US, Canada, UK, South Korea, Hong Kong, and Singapore. It has just under 500,000 clients. And the fact that this went out really gives us the indication that XRP is indeed coming to that exchange. And in today's video, I'm going to blast through some news that's caught my attention. And as always, there's a lot going on. But at the end of this video, I'm going to play for you an under the radar portion of clips, which has been published for over a month, but only 34 views. And it's from a panel with Ripple's managing director of the Americas, which he's been in that position for 4 years. And yeah, he has some very interesting things to say. Here's the top 100 by market cap, and you can see everybody is in step with Bitcoin on the rise, with Shiba, HBAR, and Pepe leading the pack. Bitstamp to halt U.S. trading on 7 tokens identified as securities by the SEC in Coinbase and Binance cases. That would be Chiliz, Decentraland, Polygon, which is Matic, Near Protocol, Sand, and Solana. This is depressing news for me. Ripple's Hugh Harsono, he's working in the Central Bank Digital Currencies Division in San Francisco, wrote an article published in The Diplomat on August 4th. And it's about Hong Kong's government's desire to be the crypto hub with the support of Beijing. And with many moving to Singapore, they have experienced a brain drain. I think the U.S. should take note of this pivot. Here was something from left field. The U.S. Federal Reserve starts a program to oversee the bank's crypto activities. More supervision to foster benefits of innovation. They're addressing the risk to ensure safety and soundness of the banking system. So a state bank will need to meet certain requirements before venturing into stablecoins, for example. Yeah, I think it's a path to clarity, and it's legitimizing the space. According to the Galaxy earnings call this morning, Mike Novogratz had something that I think is really why the market is on the rise. This is all about the BlackRock filing the Bitcoin ETF. He's got some contacts, one from Invesco and one from BlackRock. And what he is getting is that there is about a 4 to 6 month window before the approval is going to happen. And it's not about if, but when. All right, let's hear those clips from Ripple's Aaron Sears. And until next time, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
Great. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me, Eric. Good call on the socks there. Very careful consideration whenever you're up on stage. Anyway, I'm Aaron Sears. I'm the managing director of the Americas for Ripple. I've been with the company for about 3.5 years, and I'm based in San Francisco. And my background is actually consumer internet, so everything about payments and crypto I've learned in my 3.5-year tenure at Ripple. So Ripple is focused on helping enterprises move value around the world, leveraging blockchain and crypto technology. Our initial use case has been focused on payments, which I can talk about today, and we've also sort of ventured out into liquidity services and tokenization services as well, which might not be the focus for today, but sort of expanded use cases that we've got going. So happy to be here. So yeah, as far as use cases are concerned, I guess to speak to the pain points, first and foremost, if payment solutions or sort of legacy payment solutions are based on archaic messaging technology and other sort of archaic technology. They also often involve the need to pre-fund. And so very significant effort goes into actually managing those Nostro and Vostro accounts. Some reports say that they're up to $10 trillion around the world that are parked in those Nostro and Vostro accounts. And just thinking about the overhead of possibly people in this room actually dealing with topping up those balances, working around wire cutoff times and so forth, it's a real problem. So blockchain and crypto technology allows for much more transparent just visibility into the status of payments, 24/7, 365 availability, and then also the removal of instant settlement, essentially removing the need to actually deal with those pre-funded accounts. The hope is, at least from our perspective, we are providing a solution that has a much lower cost structure for our business customers, and that eventually that allows them to price more competitively and downstream offer lower prices to folks trying to send money cross-border. I think of the people, like I mentioned, the folks that are tasked with dealing with those Nostro and Vostro accounts, I think their lives are much happier in a world where they're not having to top up those balances and stress out about wire cutoff times and holidays and so forth. So the ability to actually move those funds around the world whenever they'd like with the instant settlement, I think, is quite powerful.
Aaron, you've got some actual use cases. I'd love to hear like a Ripple client and how they've been able to leverage your technology there in order to facilitate cross-border payments.
Sure. So I spoke about, actually one quick point though on that last question though about the centralized versus decentralized. The earliest days of crypto, it was all about revolutionary, like we're going to overturn the system, right? And it's going to be anarchy, whatever, we're going to complete removal of centralized players. So we've never embraced that. We've always thought, hey, we need to work with regulators, need to work with the financial institutions, and so there's a way to find synergy where those centralized players are leveraging the decentralized technology for sort of a kumbaya situation. So that was just another thought that came up there. As far as real-world use cases, I've touched on the remittances example before. Again, high fees that are being paid by the end user that are largely driven by the cost structure that I've talked about, our solution and others being able to address just the overhead around pre-funding and so forth. We've also seen growth, and it's pretty much the similar value proposition in treasury and bulk payments. So lots of our customers have entities around the world. They need to move funds for various purposes between those entities, need to make payroll at a foreign subsidiary, for example, and all of the same pain points for that CFO or that treasury operation, with wire cutoff times and so forth, exist in that use case as well. So we've seen adoption both across the remittances side, treasury side, and in the sort of bulk.
Payroll is key there, and one of the biggest questions that I've heard from a lot of partners is, how do you handle the last mile? Because it's all good and well, and the cost of foreign exchange is key. Once you get from that crypto in country X, how do you get to local currency and change it back to fiat? How do you manage that part from a Ripple standpoint?
It depends on the market. In some cases, we're working with a local crypto exchange that's converting the XRP into local fiat and then leveraging the local payment rails, like the PIX system that Rosella mentioned. In other cases, we've got payout partners that are receiving funds, and then they're managing that conversion. So it's kind of different solutions for different markets. In the earliest days, because we've been at this for quite a while, the company's been around a little over 10 years, we were bringing our customers on this crypto journey. And so earliest days, folks were quite conservative, hesitant to embrace the new technology, and kind of there was uncertainty on the regulatory front and so forth. In recent years, with regulatory developments, so in different jurisdictions, Brazil is a good one, Europe has been mentioned today, Japan, UAE, et cetera, of clear rules are being outlined, and so the uncertainty has been removed and the sort of foundation for innovation has been laid. With that, big players, Stripe, Amazon, Visa, MasterCard, everybody's come out with their crypto sort of strategies, and I think that will embolden, wave after wave of the next sort of round of institutions to embrace. So specifically, people can come and talk to us, come talk to me about how we can help you with adoption. But I think more broadly, there's a little bit more regulatory certainty to come. It's much better even now versus even just the past few years. And with that comes sort of big name institutional adoption that I think will be encouraging for others that might have been on the fence previously.